What's up, everyone? Bradley Jack Design here. Let me click a button real quick. We've got also scoped here. Hey, share your screen real quick, and we'll get that all set up. Forgot about that. Let me know if you can hear him. Because it doesn't look like... Because I'm assuming they can't hear you right now, so...
Oh, they can't.
And that's going to blow their ears out. Try now. Nope. And I know that's not going to work because I know what's going on. Oh, you can hear him right now? Hold on, I changed something. Oh, you can't hear him. Because it doesn't look like you should be able to hear him, but if you can hear him, you can hear him. Alright, let me just boost this up. Okay. You guys just let me know when you guys can't hear him anymore, because I'm sure it'll happen. Okay, cool. Well, I think we've got... Okay, everything's good to go. Okay, so what we're doing today, we're doing a Darnell Mooney graphic because, hold on, can't hear him now? Which is it? Okay, well, I can't, well, I'm fixing audio settings. I'm like changing stuff.
They could be trolling you.
Well, I think they can hear you now. But I think it's also picking up my mic, which is not good.
Yes. I'm gonna put your stream on my YouTube, on my Instagram. I'm gonna be like, yo, pull up.
Yes.
Pull up.
Okay, you can hear me and you can hear him. Okay, I think we're good now.
Yo, pull up to the stream right now. I'm streaming with Bradley Jack. Make sure you guys hit that link. Let's get it.
Right,
what the heck? Did Instagram get an update?
Maybe.
Weird. Oh, you go ahead. I don't want to
No, we're good. So like, you know, I'm gonna have us both up like this, and then I'm gonna move it on over to Cal, and he's going to show you stuff. You guys watch me all the time on my channel, so and I don't know the way that Cal works here, so it's going to be nice to see what
it's a very bizarre approach,
how he does stuff, and then we'll go from there. But I'm going to move it over to you, Cal, so it's just you now. If you want to share a little bit about you and get started.
Yeah, so pretty much just a little bit about me. Currently, I work at UConn with the UConn Huskies, but I started designing about 3 years ago. Pretty much just like when I was hooping, I wasn't playing a lot in college, and I just started picking up a different passion. So I found art as a way to express myself and still keep that love for sports. So now, you know, fast forward, you never know what can happen if you just put your mind to something. So we out here, we doing the thing, man. So I'm just blessed and I'm grateful. And thank you for hosting me, bro.
Not a problem. I, on the other hand, never played basketball. Never did any sort of sports in college. I only did design, so.
It's all good.
So I don't know your approach to this. We have the same sort of cutout photos. So I can hop over here. We've got like 4 or 5 cutouts of him, but really we're going to do whatever we want. I think that's really what this is going to transition into.
Yeah.
We've got the same, we've got logos and whatnot that we can use.
Cool.
I took a tiny bit of a look at what I wanted to do for this, but not like nothing in depth.
I was trying to, and then like UConn happened today, and you know how that can go. NCAA stuff is no joke.
Yeah, one of my my main backup hard drive just like broke, so I was scrambling the last like hour and a half to try and get it to just pop up.
Yeah, man. Life. It's just life, bro. But we here now.
I have these already cut out. I put them in the Google Drive if you wanted to do that. Unless you
Oh,
want.
that one's already cut out.
Yeah,
Oh
they're all
yeah,
cut out
all right.
already. So
Oh wow,
saves us
thank you, sir.
time of
That
pointlessly
is
doing
great.
things.
Maybe I should start doing that on my streams. I'm making myself look crazy now. I'm like, everybody got cut it out in time too.
Usually before my streams nowadays, I'll cut it out so we're not sitting here for the first 15-20 minutes.
Right.
We're just cutting things out. So I'm gonna go just like a real simple route. I'm gonna mainly use this photo of him jumping in the air. I'm gonna do some sort of space thing. I don't know what assets you use. I'm gonna cheat and use Envato a whole bunch and download a bunch of cool stuff off that.
Bird. That's dope. Yeah, I use Envato as well.
Okay, so we're on the same playing field in that aspect. So
yeah, I got my cousin's little Envato account, so I just be taking stuff from his. Finessing and scheming. Yeah, what I'm probably gonna do is probably the same thing. I'm probably gonna go in and make like not a composition because I make enough composition at UConn, so I'll probably make a manipulation, probably like a glow manipulation or something like that. But I'm gonna just see how I feel during it, and then I'm gonna just go off of that. Really.
Yeah, I'm basically
not really gonna have a crazy plan.
I found some stuff on Twitter or on Pinterest that was cool. I'm just gonna toss into mine. It's it's just like a lot of lighting, which I know that's what a lot of the stuff that's on your Instagram page is super lighting effects and whatnot.
Hella lighting.
And I'm gonna sort of do that. So like I found this photo of like this astronaut kind of like jumping on these asteroids. I'm probably gonna sort of copy that and do that instead.
Like it.
So I'm gonna toss it over to your screen so they can see what you're doing, so they can see how you edit photos and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm about to hop on Envato. I didn't know we could use Envato. Now I'm about to go crazy. Oh shoot.
Yeah, I mean, there's no rules to this, so and you and I both have access to it, so it's like, all right, great. That's gonna make things a whole lot easier.
Yeah, the one thing you gotta do is like never try to use like way too much.
Oh wow, this is a terrible photo. Yeah, I talk about Envato a lot on my streams.
Yeah, Envato is the GOAT for sure.
Especially if you guys don't realize, you can get Envato for like a month if you want, or you can just buy it for a whole year.
I'm probably just gonna put some bears in front of them and like on the side of them.
Yeah,
put them on like some earth.
I've done enough stuff manipulating bears into into scenes that I think I'm gonna stay away from that for this time. I do still want to somehow try and figure out how to add in a some sort of puddle map to give some sort of reflection.
Oh, okay.
But who knows?
They got. Let's see who's in here though. Hold on. We got Seth. Okay. People showing love. That's dope.
Let me see real quick. We've got 60
what's up,
people
Seth
in here
Bennett?
watching right now, so
that's what's up.
That's not too bad.
You love to see it. Yo, y'all say the universe. What happened?
I'm just saying I should steal just like, here's a space illustration that would do all of the work for me.
Yeah, sometimes you can get those crazy. Yeah, right? I mean, like sometimes you just gotta let the image do the work for you. Why not?
You don't have to make everything. Like, I'm gonna use this, which is like, just looks super broken. It doesn't look great blown up though.
A bear is huge compared to a person, so it's like, gotta make sure I place it the right spot or it's gonna look crazy.
Alright, what am I doing here?
ZWB, what's up, man?
Yeah, I did a couple manipulations for STN Digital for the Chicago Bears that include bears like you're doing there. So I'm like,
So you're all set with these.
I am tapped out.
You're all set, bro. Man, that's dope. When did you get into like full freelance?
So when COVID hit, I just kind of hung out for like 3 months, and then the good money went away. So then I was like, all right, great. So then I sort of announced like, hey, and I was doing some freelance work off and on for STN Digital then, and I was just like, hey, send me more stuff to do, because I have the availability to do it now. And then they were like, cool, sounds good. So
that's dope.
I get a lot of work.
Just started from that.
Yeah, I had someone ask me today like how to get started in freelancing full time.
Yeah.
And pretty much it's get yourself a client that you can basically rely on giving you enough work to make it feasible, which STN Digital for me does.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of reaching out too. Like that's dope that you do it full time, because it's something I kind of aspire to be doing in the future.
Some months can be stressful when you're like, hey, send me more stuff to do. And it's like, well, I don't have anything to do. Like in the summer months are actually kind of slow just because it's the summer and nothing's going on.
I feel that. You could just do some like photography.
Yeah, I could theoretically do some. I
just started picking up more of that.
Yeah, like I've got like a nice camera, and like my sister does photography, so like she's got nice equipment, but like
there you go.
I just don't, I don't put enough work into it like I would something like this.
Mm-hmm.
But if I actually want to do that, yeah, just put the time in.
That'd be cool.
You'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Really,
you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. For me in the summer months, it's just like hold tight. Those are just the slow months. It'll get better. Like
it's time to save crazy. Time to bundle.
That's pretty much what it is.
I'm looking for a ground right now, and then I think I'm gonna start doing something. We gotta put something together. I just gotta find the right ground or floor.
Yeah, floors are really hard to. Sometimes it's really easy, and then sometimes it's impossible. It's
like, what do I want to use?
It's all about angles. Like if you want a specific angle, you got to find it to make it work, or else you're gonna be in trouble.
Exactly. And then you like always want different tech. Not always, but sometimes you want different textures, and you can't really find them.
And if you can't make it yourself, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, we can't. We're not hopping in Blender right now, so.
Yeah, try Rubble. Rubble is a great thing to search for on.
You said Rubble. I didn't even think of that word. That is a great word.
Universe Graphics.
Keyword.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We were talking about that in my Discord. About how, do search it. Just the word Rubble is a great thing to search in there. You can get a whole bunch of stuff in the front. Whole bunch of stuff in the back.
I didn't even think about that. Shout out to whoever said that. You the GOAT for that.
Let me open up.
They said
crash my computer.
They said when's the 90-minute challenge back, bro?
Whoops.
If I had time to do the 90-minute challenge, I would. It'll be back though. I don't know exactly when, but
yeah, people get a good appreciation for how someone designs when you can make something that looks amazing in 90 minutes.
In a short amount of time, for sure.
That's one thing that I got the hang of from my job out of college, because our deadlines were like 24 hours.
Oh,
so it was like,
that's crazy.
You have no time to do this. And it was just making like banner ads. It was like, hey, we need you to make 160 banner ads, and they're due as soon as you can get them done.
What? Oh wow, that sounds tough.
Yeah, I got in the habit of basically designing as fast as I could, And like a lot of it,
I mean,
there was a lot of more quality over quantity situation there. But people got to sell cars because it was for like car dealerships. It was like super super fun right out of college.
It was so fun, man.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing with that is they swap out new deals every month. So like the beginning of the month, we'd have like 3 times as much work because everybody has to
Oh boy.
reset all of their deals. And it was
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you earn your stripes though.
yeah, from doing that, I am very, very fast in Photoshop. So that's
What's up.
silver lining. And then yeah, these streams I've been doing too. I mean, I do a 90-minute stream like you said that you've done every week, and it can be hectic.
Oh yeah, they get crazy. The 90-minute challenge streams are so fun, but they get crazy for sure. But they're
Those are
hella
like,
fun.
yeah, for recently I've been liking to do a little bit of planning beforehand, just so I'm not completely just sitting at my computer like, hey guys,
I'm streaming. I don't know what I'm doing.
welcome, we're here doing things.
Right. Definitely, bro.
That floor looks pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a solid floor, bro. I like it. We're gonna go with this for sure. They said they hope to see some nice lighting from both of us. We will not disappoint. We got you.
Yep, I already got a bunch of lighting on mine already, which I'll probably have to tweak completely, but that's fine.
Yeah. I got some bears. I got this man masked out, ready to go. I work in grayscale a lot. Like people are always like, "You work in grayscale?" I'm like, "Yes." Like I work in grayscale a lot of the project.
Why do you work in grayscale?
It lets me see values like easier. Like that's the reason behind it.
It makes sense, actually. It's just that's actually an interesting. That seems like it would be just like a fun challenge on its own. Like, hey,
Yeah, right.
design this in grayscale.
Grayscale challenge or something. The only thing you gotta watch out for is like if you have too much saturation on it, because like then you can't really like do much. When you turn it back, if you want to go back, like it's over. Try to like finesse all that. It's very crazy. Literally takes away from color balance. Wait, what? Someone said something about Photoshop posted something. Color balance.
I'm gonna click on it and pull up Twitter.
Let's see.
Oh, it's the harmonize in
Harmonize.
the neural, one of the new neural filters is called harmonize, and basically you say, hey, take this front subject and blend it with the background. Now I don't like that because I think it rasterizes things, or it has to be raster. There's something weird where I tried it once or twice and didn't like the effect.
You didn't like it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like the farther we get into the future, you don't even have to make designs. You're gonna have to just type it. Like, hey, let's make this design.
We'll hop back to dual screen mode. This is what I've got going on. Basically, I'm just gonna have Mooney jumping in front of a giant moon. I don't know. We'll put some planets around here or something. Real ET looking.
Oh, I see it. I like that.
I gotta figure out how I want to make this moon brighter. Yeah, I'll do that. That's how. You can use the neural filter as a smart filter, Garrett. Hold on, Garrett. All right, let's do this, Garrett.
You're gonna test it out right now.
Yeah. So here's the front guy. I'm not gonna do anything. He's got camera raw on it. But I'm gonna go to neural filters. It's gonna break the stream because it's a neural filter and they're super taxing. So I'm gonna select harmonization.
No, like shake your whole computer.
And I'm gonna select this back layer, and we'll see how much this breaks everything.
Dream crashes. Sayonara.
It looks pretty good, to be honest.
Bro, I haven't tried it. I don't even know if I have the update.
It doesn't look. It actually doesn't look that bad. So I'm gonna hit OK on that.
He's like, let me use that.
So I hit OK, but now it's this whole rasterized layer.
Oh, word.
So let me go back to it and see how I can. There's probably export settings on it. So I'm gonna turn that back on. We're gonna select the back layer again. Yeah, so there's no, output new layer, smart filter. Okay, so now it's a smart filter. Shut up, Garrett, it's fine. So I'm gonna turn all these layers back on. Actually, I'm just gonna drop down what I would have done, which is this. So we'll compare real quickly. Hold on, something is not right.
I just want to have some stuff in the texture in the back, so I'm just gonna put these like little mountains. Little mountains.
Okay, so we're gonna duplicate this, toss this up here. All right, so we've got two of them now with pretty much the same effects. We'll see which one looks better. So really, when you do the harmonization, it looks like you really need to. It works pretty well actually for this. Let me turn all these back on. So basically it's when you do the exposure, it exposes it a little bit better.
Make exposure better.
Yeah, because the way I do it when I do a color balance, at least, is you got to do a little. Maybe I just did a little too much of an exposure. Maybe this one only does it like -1/2. Like those look pretty close, but the one on the right kind of looks better. So I might use that one instead. So I'm gonna keep all this stuff on. I'm gonna get rid of the exposure and color balance. I'm gonna toss this neural filter up. Oops. I'm gonna turn the neural filter back on.
All right, we can a little more dynamic. Just get in there. I don't know if I should go on his highlights yet.
Yeah, I designated my light source, so it made it a little bit easier to be like, hey, this is where the light source is coming from.
I think the light source is going to come from him, but, you know, that's kind of something that you should figure out first.
Well, I've seen a lot of stuff that you do. You just be like, all right, he's got some rings around him that are glowing. Done.
Like
that is where the lighting's coming from. So let's see here. What are you asking, Dan? How did you get that color range? Didn't know about that? Oh. Assuming
mine,
select color range.
Yeah, select color range, and then you can just choose the highlights or the shadows, and then you can just make a range, your own range. So it's like super helpful. I use it almost like on everything. I don't know. It's dope. It is dope. I like it.
I use it every once in a while. It's mainly when I'm trying to select something that's just like you did there.
Yeah, bro. It's helpful for sure.
All right, I got Darnell Mooney going here. I'm gonna find some space rocks on Envato.
Oh, I don't have a moon in here. What am I doing, bro? This man's name is Darnell Mooney. I have no moon.
You can easily put one behind those rocks in the background. You'd have to make it you couldn't blur them then, or whatever.
All right. Yeah, let me try something. Let's see.
That starts to look pretty cool.
and start trying to get like a blue vibe to this nighttime.
I'm gonna find myself some rubble. Actually, I just want like more asteroids. Yeah, that's what I want.
Dun, 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 dun. There we go. There we go. There we go.
When did you so you started designing like 3 years ago is what you said?
Yeah, the first time I hopped on Photoshop was like 2018.
That is the question to ask. Yes. When did you start using Photoshop? That is a better way
Yeah.
of asking that.
Like I'd always been like interested in it, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because I always like just like creative stuff, like anime, like cartoons. Like I always was like, that's so dope, but I never really like tried it out until now, really, or not now, but
Making anything that has to do with merging some sort of anime and a person or athlete is always fun.
exactly. I cannot disagree that.
Okay, I'm gonna try that same thing, that same neural filter. Actually, I'm just gonna drag that neural filter. And I'm gonna say neural filter an awful lot. Drag it on these asteroids and see if it does the same thing. Kind of works, but if you want to do anything with lighting, you still have to underexpose it. Elijah says he's been watching Samurai Champloo.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. Samurai Champloo is the GOAT.
That is that is an excellent anime to watch.
Bro, I think that might be my top anime, bro. Honestly, that shit is fire.
I mean, Cowboy Bebop is always it for me, just because it's Cowboy Bebop.
That's what I'm watching right now, bro.
Are you really?
I haven't finished. Yeah, I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, Cowboy Bebop is just, it's so good.
Bro, it's awesome. It hits, bro. Emotionally, it hits. Like, story is crafted really well.
The funny thing too is like, it's super old too. Theoretically, I'm saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that. I want to say it's okay. It's not super old. My bad. Just kidding. I thought it was older than it is.
Nah, it's pretty old. It's like 1999.
Well, yeah.
It's not that old though. But
I'm saying it's old as in like it came out before I was born, but that is definitely not the case. So it's not that old.
oh, okay.
It is. Because I'm just calling myself old at that point. So it's.
Oh, I see.
It's a young anime that people should watch.
It's a young, hip anime that is just overall great.
But also, if you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, you should watch Cowboy Bebop before the live action comes out. It's only 26 episodes.
Yeah, I heard about that live action thing. I don't know. I don't know about live action. Sometimes it hits. Sometimes it's like, what is this, man? I don't know, man.
I used to have the intro music Tank, the intro song, as my alarm in the morning.
Of what? Oh, of Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
Yeah, that. I mean, if you want to wake up, that'll wake you up real good.
Literally.
I think I need to blur these. I'll blur them afterwards.
I'm gonna look up some reference. Moon behind mountains, so I don't mess this up.
That is a good call.
Moon behind mountains.
I'm like over here like trying to like. Thing too is like I'm like trying to rush here and like do a bunch of stuff, but like we scheduled this out for another. we scheduled this out for another hour and a half. So I'm like, oh okay. Let me slow down then.
Yeah, I think it's 90-minute challenge, man. Out to 25, yo, that's lit.
Like, I already had it cut out, so that's half the work right there. All right, let's.
Not bad.
They did say in the comments a little bit before that, like, to achieve the best lighting, you need to use like a Wacom tablet or a Wacom tablet because of the pressure sensitivity thing.
But
I think that's. I agree with that to some aspect. You can get more fine details with that. I don't have one, but
you don't have to, but you can get better details. Like I wouldn't say it's full cap, you know. Like you can get better details. I won't lie, but you don't need to have it. Like
I don't have one, and I'm doing this, and it looks cool. I don't think you're using one, so
I have one, but I don't even be using it. I only use it when I draw. But like that's it.
I know. I think Design with Dan had one, but then he sold it because he just never used it. That's one thing I might look at getting in the future is one of those tablets.
I say get it, bro.
I can also expense it to my business account, so like there's no harm whatsoever in me trying to get one.
All right.
I get these asteroids to look right in the front. They don't look that great, but I think if I blur them, I'll just blur it and it'll be fine.
Yo, literally a cheat code. Blur.
Boom.
I was watching, have you ever watched Corridor Digital?
No, I do not know what you're talking about.
So like Corridor Digital, they're like mainly Blender and like 4D artists, but they have this whole channel. It's awesome, bro. They got like over 4 mil, like they're popping and all that. But yeah, so like they just do like VFX breakdowns and like just like breaking down like movies and stuff. And they like had a guy on there and he was talking about blur, like because he's a 4D artist. And he was just like, yeah, like you can't always get away with just blurring because you have to have detail behind it. And like that kind of opened my eyes. I was like, oh yeah, that's why sometimes when I blur stuff, it doesn't look good. Because even when you have like, you blur something, it still has to have like detail. Like sometimes I'll like make some BS and then just put blur and think it's going to work and it doesn't.
Yeah, this blur actually looks pretty nice. Elijah's saying you need to go to Maid Cafe in Tokyo, no cap.
Maid Cafe. I don't know what Maid Cafe is. I never heard of that. You have to get me hip to that.
We also have Inuyasha was my first anime. And they played that
I haven't watched Inuyasha.
They played that on repeat on Toonami in like the 2000s. That's all they played. Just Inuyasha.
Oh yeah.
All the
I've heard of that so many times, but I never watched it. I know they got like movies. They got movies for free of that on YouTube. I always see them because I'm always watching like the illegal, technically YouTube stuff of anime.
You're just watching. You're not the one making it accessible. You're just taking advantage of someone else being polite.
Exactly.
On the internet.
Exactly. Like, thank you for your service. I appreciate that. That's really all it is.
What am I erasing? Nothing? What are you doing?
Oh, I can't be doing that. What am I doing right now? Awesome. I'm gonna try to just use one layer for this lighting back here. Get this moon coming together. Let's get it.
Yeah, 16 hockey nerd fan saying anime Crunchyroll was my go-to site. Crunchyroll, is it Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll, yes. Yeah, Crunchyroll.
Just watch it there.
I could. That's actually, yes. I just don't like dealing with like, it's like weird, my setup. So I don't know, like my whole setup at my apartment is just weird. So I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's just bizarre. That's how I'll put it for you.
I think I need another light source. Or I need another... Oh, I'm on my composition.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up just doing 2 light sources. So the moon and then his stuff on his jersey.
I'm gonna just tell you right now, I would probably do something I like to call... Save as. I would probably hit save, just so this doesn't completely break.
Oh, you would hit save, right? I haven't even done that.
I've got a nice little button I like to hit, and it automatically saves, and then it puts a nice stinger up that says save as. So it comes in handy an awful lot.
When you get in the zone, you just be forgetting about it too. Like,
right, like so I'm just like, okay, hit this. Okay, I need to save something.
so there's nothing worse than Photoshop trying to act like it's gonna save your progress, and it literally doesn't.
Just like, nah, I'm good.
It's like, oh yeah, untitled recovered. It's like not recovered at all. Like, bro, what is this? What is this?
Trying to figure out how
Elijah, I didn't know that was Reyes. What's up, Reyes? Yeah, I said I want to get better at designing, but I don't know if it's my calling. I mean, you're not gonna know if you don't go for it, right? Just try it out.
Yeah, I just saw that. I mean, a lot of people do it sort of for fun. You know, I know there's people out there like Derek Ho, crazy good in Photoshop. Like, he just does it as a hobby. He's going to school to be like a doctor or something. Like, he doesn't even.
What's up?
He's not even going to do this full time. And I'm like, that is nuts, just because how good he is currently. But again, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. And part of it is people may not be that good at it to begin with, but that's like anything.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it started 3 years ago, so I mean, we came a long way. Look at some of my old stuff. This hasn't been that long.
I'm sure
You'll be like, what? What is this? What?
Yeah. Well, that's why I told people, like, because I did that 365-day project, and it's the same thing. Like, you know, I had a bunch of design experience out of college, but I didn't have, like, sports design experience. So, when it came to that, like, the beginning of that to now is hilarious because it's all terrible. It's not all terrible. It's bad at the beginning, but you can see progression of how much better you can get if you just dick around in Photoshop all day and just try new things.
You just gotta experiment, and if it's not for you, like, you're just gonna find something else. Because if you do something and you're like, all right, I don't like it, like, oftentimes you can just find something else that you did like to do, like part of it maybe, or you just find something else. Like, it's always worth a try.
A lot of people just use it as a creative outlet, which is great.
Right.
In my design class, the teacher asked me how to do stuff differently, or do stuff different things when she's teaching other students. So your teacher goes to you to be like, how else can I do this to illustrate this?
Oh, you're the plug. He's the plug, pretty much. That's what he said.
That's 100% what I was when I was in school. Like, the teacher would be saying like how to do something. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do. Why don't we do it this way? This seems like a much better way of how we should do this. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing it this way?
Mm-hmm. For real. That's how it be once you start leveling up. People are like, let me just ask this kid in the class that knows what he's doing.
That's how I got. So I'm trying not to do this in like a cocky manner or whatever, but like, my license plate is Genius on my car. Like, you go out to my car right now, it says Genius as the license plate. And a lot of it is because that's sort of what my nickname was. You know, that was what my handle was on Twitter before I changed it to Bradley Jack Design. It was TEH_Genius, because the teacher would always just be like, what do you want? Be like, just ask Brad. Just ask Genius over here, in a sarcastic manner. But I was like, cool, thanks. That is now my license plate. It's actually been my license plate it's been my license plate since high school.
Oh, for real?
Which was a long time ago. Bennett has 102 in that class, of course.
102. Sheesh.
That's why I'm not going to major in design for college, because it's just going to be a waste of money.
If I started designing before college, I wouldn't have gone to college probably, but it wouldn't have led me to where I am. So it's
I feel like,
always like a what happened? You go ahead.
well, no, I was gonna say I feel like a lot of people like to shit on going to college because they think it's a waste of money. Uh, but like, it's an investment in your future.
No, it is for
It's
sure.
really what it is. Like, I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna go on a soapbox here because I have strong feelings about this. Like, yeah, I've told people like, yeah,
I'm all about it.
you don't have to go to college. Like, Jay Clay didn't go to college. Goldfarb didn't go to college. Both excellent, but they're like top 5% of graphic designers. You know, their age, they're like top 1%. There's nobody better than them at their age group. You know, college is what you make of it, is what Garrett is saying right now. Like, you know, I went to a community college where it was only design stuff, where one, it was cheap because it was community college. You don't have to go to a state school. But then I took that and then went to the University of Dayton for a couple years. Saved money by going to a community college. But if you go to college, you're going to be put in an environment where you're going to get feedback and other thoughts on what you're making, which you're not going to get sitting at home. Like, you're not going to get feedback from people. Now, I give feedback to people, and like, you know, that's a different case. But
Yeah, you got a platform now.
It's hard to teach yourself typography. You know, it's hard to teach yourself. You can teach yourself how to use Photoshop, but Photoshop is just a tool. It's like painting. You know, I know how to use paint, but it doesn't mean I can paint well. You might know how to use Photoshop, but can you use Illustrator? Can you use InDesign? If I want you to make a booklet for a typeface, or no, a booklet for a game day brochure to pass out at a football game, can you do that? Can you make a logo? Stuff like that.
That's a good point for real. Like I used to be like, college is so stupid, college is so whack, but now I'm like thinking about it in perspective. I'm like, cause like right now I'm still in college. So I got like my senior years right now, but I'm like, well, I wouldn't have gotten here if I didn't know. I wouldn't have gotten here if I didn't get to college, one. And two, I thought like I liked playing basketball, but that shit didn't work out. So it's like, you never know what can happen. And it's like, college classes do kind of just open your mind, and you do see a lot of different perspectives, and like just being around a lot of different people can open you up to a lot of different things.
That's a big thing for me too, is like the people you'll meet and the groups you'll get put into, and you know, friendships you make are also, you know, you can't put a number on that.
No, you can't.
Bennett, a lot of teams be scamming designers though. I've heard people who only getting paid $30K a year for a pro team. And that is because we work in a business that is so heavily wanted. There's a lot of demand for, sorry, let me think. The supply of designers who want to work in sports outweighs the demand, so it's a race to the bottom as to what you're going to get paid. And that's not going to change unless the system changes. But again, you know, I took a job out of college, and that's what I was making out of college. You know, I was only making $30,000. I mean, I'll be completely transparent with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got promotions over time, and you know, I was living at home at the time, so whatever, no big deal. Expenses wise, everyone's in a different situation, so it's all about context. If someone can go, and that's where some privilege comes in, which isn't great. Like, you know, if someone who lives at home and doesn't have anything they need to worry about expenses wise, like, they're gonna obviously be able to take an internship for free, or for $20,000 or $25,000 a year, over someone who actually has to support their family or lives alone and has a rent to pay. So it's a hard. I see a lot of people arguing about like going to college and stuff. I'm like, I'm a proponent of, you're going to learn if you go to college. It's not for everyone. I mean, it's a huge investment, and part of it.
You better learn it.
I get a point of it of like, yeah, part of it is, it's not like a, you know, parts of college are kind of dumb. Like, I went to the University of Dayton, which is a humanities school, so like I had to take like philosophy, and like I had to take like math and English and stuff, and it's like that has nothing to do with what I'm going to do in my career. And I've known I was going to do this for my career for a while. Like I've been using Photoshop since I was in like 7th grade.
Oh, gee.
Now I wasn't doing cool stuff, but you know, it's something like I was like, oh, I want to do this. I can get paid to do this. That sounds great. Like we had a block class in high school, and that's where I was telling you I got that nickname Genius. So like half my days in high school were doing design stuff.
That's tough. I would say too, like as far as college and like not even college, it's like getting a job in the industry and stuff like that. I feel like, yeah, it is like a tough field because everybody wants a job, but I feel like as like a designers or artists in general, like we need to start making a push to like respecting ourselves more, like knowing our worth more. Because even
100%.
when you look at like freelance work, like people like undervalue what they're really worth and stuff like that. And that even if you're doing that and you're one person, that's also bringing everybody else like to a lower standard, like collectively. So I think like we need to start making a push in the community for like hiring your prices, hiring your standards of work for what you really are worth.
Precisely. Let's see what we got up here. Value of design has decreased because the people think you just need a computer and don't need skills. So people don't want to pay as much. I mean, it's got to depend on it depends on each place is different. Some places people who are higher up in the organization might have a better idea of what good design is. And that's the thing too, you know, some of them might not know. Like John Wiley works for the Pirates now, and he's hired a ton of people, and he's high up on the food chain at the Pirates and can bring that sort of idea of knowing that creativity is important. And it's always changing. It's going to continue changing with like NIL, especially in college.
Oh, yeah.
You might know more about that because you're actually working for UConn. Like
that's
a whole new ball game. And then NFTs, I don't even want to talk about, but like that's a whole nother thing too that you can do.
Right. Man, yeah, I think like just as designers and collectively, we gotta just start educating ourselves. And like that's another thing that college can do is like you can just educate yourself more on like worldly things, like just from being in the environment. Like I don't know, like worldly things, like you gotta have a better grasp on it. Like you can't be out here accepting jobs for like $25K, like, and you're making designs like on a 10-hour workday. Plus, they might just hit you later at night. Like that don't make no sense. Like as much like in the present day. But I think like people are starting to get more of they're starting to support artists more. Like if you know what I mean.
And that's the thing with like my job out of college. Like I was only getting paid $30,000, but like it was a 9-to-5 job. I could turn my brain off when I went home. And it wasn't really stressful. That's the thing with college sports is usually when you're working in college sports, there's, like you said, you work 9 to 5, but then also, hey, it's game day. Hey, we just got this recruit. We need you to make this graphic real quick so he can screenshot it and share a screenshot of it on Instagram instead of the actual post.
It doesn't actually download it, so you can share a screenshot, bro.
Here's a screenshot. Since that's what you're going to post, I'll just send you that only.
Literally. Wild.
Jared Klein, you've missed an hour of stuff. And you missed us talk about how college is cool.
College can be definitely cool for the kids, man. If I'm a college kid.
It is a person. It depends on the person. I like
for sure.
I mean, I went to college, so like I'm like, yeah, go to college. It helped me. It'll help you. Probably. But again, everybody's different. Nobody's perfect.
Buddy.
What is
I didn't check yours in a minute. Let's see how it's coming together. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to light these asteroids is what's happening, and it's...
Oh, yeah. That's where the Wacom tablet would be helpful. Those little
Right.
details.
Yes, the tiny details that I am not getting from this would be
Right.
extremely
Wacom
beneficial.
would be dope for that. Like the last time I used it was on, I did like some just outside project. Like I just was looking at all the Spider-Man trailers and I was like, let me do a Spider-Man concept. And then I just did the webs, I think. I did like the webs with the Wacom. That's it. But it helped so much. Like, it was great.
For college, I guess I'm going to know... I know I want to do design in the future, but it's a waste to study design if I don't learn much. But you can't look at it like you know everything, though. Like, there's so much you're going to learn going to college, if that's what you want to do. Like, you it's hard to say. Like, there's so much design theory that you would learn.
Right. And like, even if you have to take outside classes, like take classes that are going to help you. Like if you're a design major, like art major, you can still take like outside courses or take like different types of art courses. There's so many art courses. There's 4D design, there's painting, there's like photography, like there's so many options. Like, and it's up to you. Like college is a lot of what you make it. Like you gotta put in the work like outside of class, and you can really like learn a lot if you really do just apply yourself. But
now, what do you go to school for? Bennett's asking that.
Communications is my major, so just a lot of dealing with like media law and like a lot of like just writing and stuff like that. But I just learned a lot about, you know, like just like worldly things and just like ethics, like just a lot of just like worldly things. But yeah, besides that, I had minored in art, and I was gonna finish my graphic design minor, but since I'm just fully online because I got the opportunity here at UConn, so now I'm just gonna finish out my major. So I got like one more semester, but yeah.
I think that's the thing too, is like, if you don't have to get it. I think that having a requirement that you need a graphic design degree is it's slowly changing.
Definitely.
And there are people who have proved that it can work out. Like I named them before. Like Jay didn't go to college. Dan didn't go to college. You know, Thatcher Mack is in high school still, I think.
Jay Clay is he went straight out of high school. He was like 18. He went to UConn and he's at.
He's the guy I mention every single time someone brings that up. I'm like, Jay Clay, man. Straight out of high school was like, hey, UConn, what's up? And now he's working at Fox Sports or Turner.
I believe he's over there. It might be TNT. I don't know. It's one of those. It's one of those in Atlanta or Georgia. Something like that.
Yeah, Enrique Productions is in high school. Like, he's dumb good. Like, I'm mad at how good these teenagers are because I was making stupid shit when I was their age. Like, I was turning people black and white and making their clothes colorful. You know, I was doing stupid shit like that because, like, I don't know, I was just messing around in Photoshop because I like doing it.
I mean, that's where it starts. Just the passion.
I am not a robot. Let me download this. There are no bicycles in this photo. Why are you giving me a photo with no bikes? The photo.
I do not like when it gives me that, "Are you a robot?" I'm like, no, bro.
Download.
You see me use this every day, literally on every design. Come on.
Apparently, I failed. It didn't download what I wanted. Oh, this is a tractor. My bad. Now it's gonna think I'm a robot.
Wow.
Wow, this legit is just like, nah, I'm good. You want to download this?
It's not messing with you. It's not messing with you. That's crazy.
Jesus.
Okay. Now I'm doing my inner shadow thing. A lot of people like were wondering. I dropped a whole video on this. Like, when I do my lighting, like to make it look kind of like cartoonish in a way. I just use like the inner shadows and putting on linear dodge. kind of makes it look like more animated.
It's actually not a bad idea. I feel like I never try and hit any of those, like, not like default things, but like default effects.
Yeah,
like,
they
nah,
kind of are default
way.
effects.
I'm not gonna do it that way because it's a default effect, but it's like, who cares?
Yeah, I used to care a lot more. Now I'm like, bro, if it helps me, like, I'm a why not? You know?
Well, and the thing is, you know how to use it and how to like make it not look like it's a default effect.
Right.
Also a big...
When you first start, you're like, all right, yeah, this actually does. You're like, yeah, this looks like a default effect.
Here's a drop shadow. That is the default drop shadow, and it's terrible.
It's very brutal. I have this problem. You have to refresh it. Oh,
that was with
you're talking about you.
That was with the embodied.
That was with you.
I was like,
okay.
I was like, what do you want us to do? I don't understand. Do you want me to? Is the stream broken? Oh, nothing's wrong. Okay, good. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just like,
it's coming together. Just gotta keep working on it.
And we have plenty of time to do so, which is wonderful.
Definitely. It's always cool to see the different workflows. Yeah, for sure. It's dope. That's why I like when Benny started that little series, that was dope. When he just put all the like 4 artists together on the screen, I was like, all right, this is too much awesomeness to comprehend.
that is exactly why I wanted to do this and be like, that's cool. Let's do that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think he went to college. He also has,
I think he just graduated high school.
I think he has like 3 or 4 million followers on YouTube though, so he doesn't need to go to college because he's making that YouTube money.
He found a lane and he just was doing different type of videos, so like no one was really ever doing stuff like him. So that's why when you start to blow up on YouTube, when you just find your lane and you start making them consistently.
Yeah, he's got a nice little niche too, because like, you know, he does a lot of like dark stuff with lots of lighting. He does it consistently, but he does it well, and it looks nice. Like I've got my YouTube channel that we're on right now, but like, you know, I only have like 3,000 followers or subscribers. But what I do is like hilariously super niche, and it's like only people who are interested in sports design are going to watch this.
Just gotta take to the next level. Just designing people in the public. Going to like public football games and like surprising someone with a random design or something, that'll blow up. Like those real IRL videos are always like up there.
And that is something that you can learn from going to college, is how to market and do cool things. Like, I don't know.
Right. Marketing yourself is big, man. It's big.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, I wish I would have taken more like business classes in college. Because like Design with Dan doesn't have a design degree. He's got like a PR degree, but he knows how to market himself well. So like he can, and then he can learn Photoshop, and he knows how to sell his abilities to someone who might be like, "Oh, why should I hire you?"
I feel like what you do or what I do too, like it helps you marketing wise too. Because like just talking in front of the camera, like. You can probably remember the first time you live stream, you were probably like, oh God. Compared to now, it's like whatever, like you just flow. So like that's helped me in like this life situation, like easier for me to talk to people and stuff like that.
All it is just preparation to get on TV show Big Brother. Get used to talking to cameras. So if I'm in a diary room, being like, man, what's this guy doing? He's crazy. It's just all about that reality TV. Not really, but that's kind of funny. But it could be. Also, we got like 25 people in here watching. That's pretty cool.
That's dope. Appreciate the support, guys. Oh, wow. I don't know if this is going to be...
when if you do go to college, like you're gonna hate everything you make once you're done. Like I found
You
my
said what
business
you
cards.
do.
I found my business cards the other day from when I went to community college. I'm just like laughing at them because I don't think I have.
Came a long way though.
Yeah, hold on. I think I have them. I think I've got them in here. Yeah, I got them right here. I got like 500 of these printed for some reason.
That's smart though. I need to get my business cards. That reminds me. I gotta get on that, man. I've been saying I'm gonna get my business cards for like 2 months now. And someone asked me for my card, and they were like, "Yo, you have a card?" I was like, "Damn, I'm slacking right now, bro."
Well,
I gotta get
like,
one.
nobody uses cards anymore, though. That's the thing. It's like,
I feel like,
get your phone out and add
like,
me on Instagram.
Right, yeah, that's
you know?
true. But I feel like that physical copy, like, it's like, I don't know. I feel like it means a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. Having something tangible.
Yeah, it's untangible. That's the word. That's where I was fishing for. Tangible.
Focus. This is my business card. Here, let me hop over to just my camera huge. So this is my crappy business card. There's a photo of me. Yeah, I have my photo on it, and it says the cleverness of the mind determines the success of the design. And it's just like, okay, guy, go off. And then it's got a different photo of me on the background. And it's just like, what was I doing? And I've got a whole box. Like, I have this whole giant full box of them. That's just because, you know, I didn't know. And that's why I kept going and continuing my education, because I knew I needed more, work. I needed to work on my design. Like, I was always good in Photoshop, you know, and stuff like that, but I needed to work on the creative aspect. So that's one thing I definitely got a lot of out of going to college. I also got in with it's funny to say I got in with a rough crowd. I got in with a really good crowd. So like some of my best friends from colleges, like one of my good friends from college, like she's got like 60,000 followers on Instagram, and does like, when hand lettering stuff started to happen, like she was one of the people who did that all the time. And I was just like, I hung out with just like really stupid creatively people who made me have to step my game up, essentially. Yep, I would agree. Like Garrett, who's still in college. Oh, I need to switch the scene. Still on me. Yeah, thanks, Universe Graphics. Hold on. All right. Oh, and we're back. That's gonna remind me to.
We're back.
Actually, that's not too bad. Like Garrett Little is still in college, and he talks to me and Dan Beltran every day, pretty much, because we're gonna do this 3-way collaboration. It was gonna be super dope. So we started this like group chat and then never did the collaboration. So now he just talks to us all the time.
Yeah.
But he's got us in his ears if he has any, you know, we give him advice all the time, or, you know, if he
Being a
needs
sponge. Got to be a sponge. That's like I forget who told me that the first time, but I was like, hell yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, you got to just be a sponge, soak up all the information you can from people. And like, no matter like who you talk to, like, it doesn't really matter if they're a designer or not. Like, you can always learn something from someone.
That is also true. I've kind of lost the composition of what I'm doing here, and just kind of like, I don't know, I'm just adding more and more space elements to this. Is it working? I don't know. We'll see.
All right, that's how it is sometimes. Like,
that's
I don't
what
know.
we have.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know. It looks cool. It's got some stuff. I just need to keep throwing crap in the front, and then
All right.
I just need to keep throwing layers on top and layers on top, and then eventually it'll look good.
Honestly, yes. And then camera if anything else goes bad, you know.
Yep. I'll some camera at the end.
Let's just keep it simple here, you know. Where's my gradient macro? Oh, there it is. Like, I used to have a little bit of shame in my camera raw game. Now I'm like, yeah, don't care.
Well, the thing too is
I
like,
probably need that.
Like, most designers are gonna do pretty much the same thing every time. Like, like I use the same editing effects or editing techniques pretty much on everything. It doesn't really change. I might pick up something, or then I'll be able to look and see what someone else is doing and be like, how the hell they do that? And then I go and try and figure it out, and that's sort of just
another
curious.
another big key you just dropped on people.
Justin K Design says, when in doubt, use camera raw and 10 color lookups. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue with that. Like,
thanks, Justin.
We got a question for you. So if you're researching a player, what site do you use, or do they send you pictures to edit from?
Researching a player or a designer or what? Researching a player. I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't know what you mean either.
If you can clarify that, it'd be cool. I got you.
I'll start doing some camera raw now, actually, just so I have it all figured out at the end.
Oh my gosh, Narrow Designs in here. That's my guy. He's in 8th grade. He's crazy. He's crazy, bro. He's in 8th grade. He's next up, bro. He's next.
That's the thing too. Like, I gotta stay competing with all you kids with my skills to make sure that I'm not falling
all you
off.
kiddos out there. All right. Yeah, he's next, bro.
Got a bunch of clarity. I don't even know. I'm just hitting buttons right now to see what. I'm just putting in numbers.
That's how it is sometimes, bro. Like, just see what stuff looks like. Like, why not?
It's nice. Let's sharpen it up. Let's add a little bit of grain just to put everything together. Alright, it's a little too sharp.
A little too much sharpening. Whenever I do poster designs, I'm a fiend of doing that. Probably not the best tactic, but you know, does make it look cleaner.
Yeah, sometimes it's, I mean, to me at the end it helps. You add a little grain, add a little sharpening, depending on the theme of what you're doing. Will help. Will help words with whatever I'm trying to say. So tie everything together.
Yes. Right. I agree.
I did not want to click that. What is happening? Lens correction. That's what I want.
I used to use color lookups all the time. You felt like sticking to it?
I use them. I still use them all the time.
Yeah, I use them all the time, bro.
No, Cal is not a 13-year-old Jared. Narrow Designs is a 13-year-old.
If I was a 13-year-old, that'd be insane.
Well, that's just like thinking like I could get.
I did not look 13, bro. Or maybe I do.
What are you trying to say, Jared? Does this guy over here, based on how I'm pointing, does he look 13? Be honest.
Be honest, guys. Be honest, please.
All right, let's actually like really lens correct this. I was wondering because damn, he's growing facial hair at 13. There you go.
I mean, some kids do, but the freaking kids nowadays, man, like advancing.
They don't make kids the same way when I was young.
They ain't made the same no more.
Hey, Shohei Ohtani won MVP. I just got
Shohei Ohtani. this baseball? Because I know nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know nothing about baseball.
Shohei's a Japanese player. He pitches and bats. Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
think he had like 40 home runs. He was leading the league in home runs for a while.
That's awesome.
And
Pitch and bat. Neat.
also pitched very well. Like he had the MVP locked down like at the beginning of the season because he's playing so well.
That's actually like a different breed. Like, that's crazy because you gotta think about all that stress on your arm too, and you're still like
yeah, and he's
pitching
been
and
injured
stuff.
before, but like he's definitely a different breed.
That's
Universe Graphics,
crazy.
you felt like you were using color lookups too often, wasn't using any other way to create the same effect. I mean, change the blending mode, or just find different ones. Like I bought Ethan J Designs onesies, and I use those all the time. Like I got it right here. It's just another tool to learn how to use, essentially. And then you just got to play around and see what different stuff does.
Yep.
Be like, oh, what happens if I do this? Or what happens if I change the blending mode?
Honestly, you can like, that's the thing. I was like, oh yeah, like I can just combo up the color lookups. Like I don't gotta just use color balance and like, or not like, I don't gotta just use one color lookup. I can like combo them and stuff. Like then you can get like really crazy with it.
I usually use like 5 or 6. And then
Yeah, I don't even care. Like my post processing, like it's crazy. If you look at the end of one of my streams ever, you'll be like, what the hell?
nope, don't want that. Yeah, let's do that one.
Trying to like put a little bit of the reflection on the moon on his helmet, but I don't know. It's gonna look not soft light.
Oh yeah, like when I was in college, I don't think we ever used blending modes. Like I didn't know what blending modes were. Because you don't just go to school, like you don't go to, they don't teach you like, here's everything you can learn in Photoshop, you know, it's design theory, and then you can use Photoshop as a tool. So like when I got my first job out of college, it was like, oh, here are blending modes, and here how you can use blending modes, and I'm like, oh, these are fucking awesome.
Right. That's why I didn't know they wouldn't teach you that. Nowadays it's like probably a must, but
I also don't know if they had, I'm assuming they had blending modes when I was in college, you know. But we didn't, we used a much different version of Photoshop back then.
yeah, it just came a long way.
When I was in college, it was a lot easier to pirate Photoshop as well.
There's always people asking me how to get it. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of videos, but it is tough. Like sometimes.
Well, because when I went to college, it wasn't a subscription service. It was just.
Oh, it wasn't. It was just one software.
It was just here's Adobe CS6. Was I think the last one.
That's interesting.
Universe Graphics, it's probably those. I'm just gonna call you Dan. So there's 2 different ones. He's got Make It Pop, and then he has Teal and Orange. They're both good. I think I use them both. I bought all of his stuff that he had available, but that's also because I could expense it all to my business account. So it's like it doesn't count.
That's lit.
I need some more stuff.
I'm gonna put these inner shadows in a group. And where's my group mask, man? This looks really crazy right now. There we go.
The 3D stuff that you can get on Envato is just like the most
so helpful,
undefeated thing ever to exist.
So helpful. Oh my, I freaking use it, probably overuse it, honestly.
I think that's what, like, I feel like most people who have Envato and use it, they're like, yeah, I use it only for the 3D stuff that Pixel Squid makes.
Pixel said, yeah, you be pumping out a lot of content. Everybody's always like, can you share your Envato account with me? I'm like, bro, it's not even mine. Like, I might download a couple images for you, but it's not really not mine to be sharing.
Also, I think they're getting more and more privy to people sharing accounts, so they don't really feel like they might not like that. But I don't know who they have. I don't know what FBI team they have doing stuff.
Definitely.
Just bought his light effects pack. Congratulations. I should tell Ethan that he should give us a kickback.
But that's awesome. That's awesome.
Like, I don't even know how to make LUTs. I'm sure I could Google it, but I have made no attempt to figure out how
I haven't either. Something I should definitely look into. Always good as a designer to like know how to make some passive income for sure.
Yeah, passive income.
That's what's really big.
I had a good day of sports betting and decided to buy his pack. That's hilarious, Justin.
That's great. Great investment.
That's right.
Gotta go on the outside of this leg.
Oh God, what is?
How we looking, Bradley Jack? Okay. I see.
I got a lot of end result stuff done, so I'm just adding random shit to the background now.
Mm-hmm. How much time do we tab technically? We got
another
like
half
a half hour. All right. I'm gonna go for the glow effect of his material then. We got time, why not?
Let's do that.
There you go. I don't know if I should make this a solid above or not. Let's see.
Do you have a good technique on how to make a visor like that?
Yeah, honestly, just make a solid color and then use blending options from the highlights and drag it down. That's what I seen from Gilly. I watched his video and I broke it down and I was like, oh yeah, because you can see through it then. Saw it on Gilly edits when I first started designing. Like, this is one of the first things I did.
I had someone request I put a visor on something I was making for a client because you couldn't see the eyes of the subject. So like, can you put a visor on it? So I just like found some sort of motorcycle helmet on Vado and was like, download. And we'll now use that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. And just like put a reflection or whatever the hell you want to do. Let's see.
I like how that looks. Alright. I guess I should put some text on this, maybe? Maybe not.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
This is when
I think it might be good without it, but it's up to you.
Maybe I steal some stuff from stuff I've made previously.
Always a good idea.
I'm just gonna go into the archives and just steal some cool things I've done. Hello, Obi Toppin. Where are your
Obi Toppin? Oh yeah, I've seen the Obi Toppin thing you made. It's dope.
Where are you at? Frames.
Do you really like Obi Toppin a lot, or did you just do a design just because of like New York Knicks, or are you like a big like supporter of his game?
I'm from Dayton, Ohio, so he went to UD, and he's like the only good player out of Dayton. So it's like, hello.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot he went to Dayton.
I collect a heck ton of his sports cards too.
That's awesome.
I'm big into that as well. So like,
did you ever talk to him or not?
Here's a nice card I have of his. My brother bought. Racked it to me. It's a 1 of 1. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
No, so there's a guy here locally who he was like one of the managers on the team in like 2014 was his senior year. So like he collects way cooler Obi cards than I do. He puts way more money into it, but he's like chatted with Obi before. And I was like, next time he's in town, you got to let me know. And then, you know, I can get something printed and he can come sign it or something like that.
X and then run the ones. IRL videos only. Let's go.
I want to figure out how I can put these in here. Let me just blow these up huge.
Make these crispy edges. I think a little orange would bring some life to this, but
a little color contrast is probably a good idea. You
and I
then would both have blue and orange themes.
Definitely I'm gonna definitely have to implement some orange here. I think that's another hack. I'm just kind of like I've always known about it, but I never really really thought about it like too much until I made like my last like piece. It was like I did a little live stream. It was like on Sunday or something. It was like a little Steph Curry live stream, and it was all orange, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta put some blue in. So now I'm like more conscious of that. So I'm gonna start being more conscious of like contrast colors, because that makes the design a lot better. Like simply, it's a simple way.
That is something you can learn in college. It's also something you can.
Yeah, it is definitely. That is something I learned in college, bro. Honestly.
Well, like we had a requirement. We had to take the theory. We had to take a class, and it was the theory of light and color. And you basically learn about, you know, light and color, and like we actually learned about like lasers and stuff, which was kind of fun.
That's dope.
But like that's also something you learn, and that's how like I made a video on how to use like the selective color adjustment and explained like. It's all about color theory. Adding and subtracting color from each color is going to make it do different things. And I know that because of that class I took.
Definitely, bro. That's what's up.
I don't really know what I want to add to this, to be honest. Like, I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, it's been an hour and a half. Are we done?
I feel you. Once I add this orange, I'm going to be like, all right, I'm chilling.
Just gonna keep adding stuff in the front until it's too much, which is not possible. Glows.
Never enough.
Easy fix. Who do you want to add glows? Do you want me to add glows, or do you want him to add glows?
You might be saying you glows easy fix, because I already have glow on mine.
That sounds like my love of Doug McDermott, the only solid NBA player to come from here. Doug McDermott was
a bucket. Yeah, great.
Yeah, am I thinking of Jimmer? Or did Jimmer go to
No, Doug was Creighton. Jimmer was where's Jimmer? How am I forgetting that? Hell.
I'm gonna Google Jimmer, hold on. Yeah, he went to BYU. Yeah, I was right. Okay, cool.
BYU, yeah. There it is.
Yeah, I think Doug McDermott got drafted by the Bulls, and that's how I remember that, because he did 0 for the Bulls.
Yeah, they didn't utilize him well, though.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing with, like, Obi's, like, I'll look up Gamecast for Knicks games and be like, all right, Julius Randle has an over-under of -21. And Obi's plus minus is 11. Maybe you should give him more time.
Exactly.
And it's like a broken record, like, hey, Tibbs, why don't you play this guy who's really good? Okay, thanks.
Exactly, like, it's just bizarre, man. The business is weird.
Are you saying Doug is better
coaches
than solid with that question? Oh.
What you said? You
I
think
don't know,
Doug is worse than?
people in chat. I never know what people are talking about in chat.
Sometimes yeah, I get lost sometimes.
Camera Raw is gonna do work on these edits. These are designs, not edits, Jared. We are designers.
Let's be proper here, hey? We are designers, not editors.
Get your 2018 edits with a Z out of here. I'm gonna set this to that, or that, or that. Mixed with that. Oh god, what am I hitting? Just like hitting buttons.
Yeah, why not sometimes, right? Just see where
Just
it leads.
accidentally hitting buttons. Like, I don't want that to happen. You guys know it's scripted, right? Pro sports, that they're all scripted. I mean, yeah. Did you see that Bears game where we were playing the Steelers and got 0 calls? You tell me that's not scripted.
I think most pro sports should be scripted, but I think there's a point where they actually gotta play. But everything's a business; it's all about money. So it's not like a new thing for me. Like I've always been like, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know, man. It's a crazy world we live in. All about bread, bro. It's all about the money.
Did I do that? Get rid of that. Nope. Get rid of that color and that color. I think that's what I want.
That's why I don't get too mad about when my team loses or anything like that. Like the Celtics are really, I guess they're my team. Like I'm from Boston and stuff like that, but I'm not like a big oh my god, the Celtics have to win. Like I'm not really that big of a sports fan. I just love the sport of basketball. I don't love the sport teams too much. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Bears fan, so I used to get real pissed when they lost, but that's only when I thought we should do well. Like we're not gonna win. Right. We're bad this year, so I don't care if we win. All I care is Justin Fields gets better.
Justin Fields, I do know him. I know a couple players here and there.
And like I said, I'm a Bears fan. I live in Dayton, Ohio, so Justin Fields going to my team as a Buckeyes fan is like the greatest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, that's living large.
I feel like we probably have a couple Boston fans that are actually in chat.
Boston game, let's go. Yes, sir.
Boston.
Yes, sir.
This is what we're looking at right now, the final composition. Theoretically. Now I'm trying to think of how much I can mess this up on purpose to make it look insane.
Right.
Because it doesn't.
The next step.
Oh God. Oh.
The Broncos have gotten me used to losing lately. Oh wow! I didn't know the Broncos were bad now.
Oh, I can't
You're
decide
a
if
fan
I'm
race. What are you saying?
DMV.
So they're on a DMV.
I tossed this gradient map on this thing and set it to saturation, and everything looks insane, but I think it looks stupid.
It looks cool, insane, kind of trippy,
I'm trying to get it to look how I want it.
Right.
I'm just gonna cycle through that looks cool. What if I set it to like that? one of these is saturation? Group these together.
From the DMV. From the DMV. I didn't know you were from the DMV, boy.
Wow, this does nothing.
One of our recruits from the DMV, or well, not recruits, he's on the team now, but Gordon Hawkins, he's nice. The DMV's got hoopers, man.
Yeah, Dan, I tried what you are saying to do, and it completely destroys the effect of how cool this looks. The issue is it's changing the saturation based on stuff. Oh, let's change this to linear. Or let's reverse it and hit a dither, and then, I don't know, take away magenta in that color. I don't know, we're just hitting buttons at this point. We're just trying to see what sticks. Let's do this, but let's do an underlying layer blend if. If it's blue, let's not affect blue. Or vice versa.
I forgot about that part of blend if. You just said that. The like blue part.
I never used that part of it. Like, this looks kind of cool that I did that, because it was really... Well, I guess I could paint it out of certain areas. Like, I can just be like, nah, don't affect these guys.
Forgot to add any light on the inside of his body. Not good. No support light.
What happens if I do that? That's okay.
And I was just being critical of someone yesterday in chat for not doing that.
How dare you?
Right. Exactly. All right, there we go. Add a little support and light.
I'm honestly surprised the stream hasn't crashed yet. That's a good thing.
Just very surprised by it. I mean, for like 3D artists, that's just a normal thing. Or 4D artists, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, I just want to add a little bit more orange, man.
What is this?
Then I'll be like, all right, we're done. Not. Let's see.
You haven't touched anything with like the Bears logo or anything, but that's because I made this a super manipulation design. So it's like, well, there's no point.
I might just put the Bears logo like on the bottom or something. Just
yeah,
like,
I'll do
boom.
that, like as if I made it for them, sort of deal.
Yeah. But I'll put it on their Reddit, you know. That's what I do sometimes, just to like when I'm done with that design, I'll put it on like.
Yeah, I did that a lot.
Put it on their little Reddit or something. You said back in what?
When I was doing my 365, I did that towards the end of it. Like I did a Pau Gasol graphic that had like, we got like 1,000 upvotes on Reddit, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like it blew up on Reddit, sick. And like no one cared on Instagram or whatever. Likewise, but Lakers fans do love Pau Gasol, so.
Oh yeah,
I don't blame
them. For sure.
I need our other logo. Where's that?
So wait, by 365, you mean like you did a graphic every day?
Yeah, so that's how I had my job, and I was like, hi, I want sports jobs, but I have nothing in my portfolio that is sports jobs. So I did a 365-day project. It took 2 weeks off to get married, but I didn't skip a single day other than that.
Wow, bro.
So that's how a lot of people know who I am, is because I did that, and it was very...
I commend you for that, man. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, Jared is doing one now. Jared Klein is doing 100 and 100. But like doing that, it's just like
a lot of reps.
It's 100%. That's what I tell people too. Like LeBron goes out there and takes reps. I go out there and take reps.
Same stuff, right?
Oh, you want me to add one of these, Dan? That's actually probably not a bad idea.
Oh, this blending mode is trash.
Hey, Henry's here. Look at that. Hello, Henry.
Oh, bro. What is going on?
What is this? This, I think, is our... Is this our black and white? Yes.
I gotta get this orange glow to look better somehow. Let's see, man.
Well, no, the universe graphics, what you did when you sent me that is I'm just going to pull up some of the parallels from my card parallel pack. And I'm just going to use some of those. But I need to find them. And I think they're on this hard drive, which is super broken. So hopefully I can use them. But I'm also opening up Illustrator, so I just want my computer to not crash while doing all of this stuff. I knew it was going to do that too.
Like Illustrator uses like a lot of data for no really apparent reason.
Well, like I like to use Adobe Bridge for like image asset organization, and that is like, that uses so much power, it's not even funny.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is really. I've heard of it, but I don't really know much about many other Adobe apps besides like Premiere and After Effects.
Okay, let's go to this, and let's go to Adobe Bridge. All right, so we got some parallels here. I think these look cool, these sort of funky rainbows. Like some of these.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's how you organize all your stuff?
Yeah, I just like the way it flows and looks. Universe Graphics.
That's
Never
awesome.
used After Effects. What's the use of that program? A lot of people use it for like motion or like 3D stuff.
Yeah, like when I first started designing, I used it for like making actual like NBA like crazy like effects. Like I don't know if you ever seen like the LeBron thing I did, like where he like breaks the rim.
Yeah.
That's why I started doing it, but
motion graphics is what it's used for mainly. I think that's what Ethan J made his lens flares in. He made them in After Effects.
pretty cool. So,
Dang it, I want my other parallel pack, but I don't think it's on this hard drive. Ugh. I've had my dog on my lap this whole time, so my legs are just like dying.
oh really? Dog reveal.
Oh, people, yeah, people who have been here, they know Penny. Here's Penny.
Oh, they know him. All right.
She says hello.
I'll have to see him for the first time. Oh, it's a she?
She's an adorable 10-pound Shih Tzu, so I just have a
Oh,
10-pound
okay. I see
weight
now.
on
The stream's just catching up. Look at the dog. Nice. Very nice.
Let me blur this. Let's blur it a lot. Well, that actually looks kind of nice. Where can I put this now?
I'm like spending too much time on this. All right, I got 10 minutes. I'm about to hop into camera soon. About that time.
Universe Graphics, thank you for the suggestion on doing this because it looks awesome.
Big shout out.
He hit me up specifically in Discord and was like, "Hey, do this. Do this. It's
That's
gonna
awesome.
look nice."
And look what happened. A 2-hour masterpiece.
Yep, that looks cool. You can only suggest it for others, never yourself. You can never figure out what to do, but if you have good ideas for other people.
That's facts.
Let's grab some more of this.
Where's this bear at, man? Add a little orange, and then I think that I gotta call it there. I'm taking too much time on this, man.
Jared thinks you should add some stars to the sky.
Some stars in the sky? It's a good idea.
What composition size do you personally use? People ask me that a lot, so.
I usually use just 1080 by 1350. Keep it pretty simple. Like when I make a poster, it's like 1080 by 1522, I think, something like that. But usually just the generic.
I'm not even gonna put the Bears logo on here anywhere. I'm just gonna put my logo on here. And pretty much call it.
Why not?
And this happens every single time. I'm like, where are my assets? And where is my logo at? I can never find it.
I got like one folder. I make sure it's there.
Well, yeah, and each time I'm like, it's here every time. You know where it is. Just go to that folder. Except I legit can't find it now, which is funny. Here we go. But I don't have it saved out, so every time I have to I open it up in like Illustrator. Or I have to mess around with it. Yeah, it's like this is the most colorful thing I've ever made. Got me over here looking like Shalik.
You already here first.
Yeah, I should make a library of my logos. That's actually a good idea. I have like a 3D logo that I made of this. Is that on here? Logo 3D.ping. Let me just search my computer for random things. Chat, should I make my logo white or should I make it black?
I don't know what this part over here. I don't know what happened. It's like.
What it? I'm gonna put it down here, but it doesn't contrast very well. I know. I'll make it black, and I'll group that together, and I'll set that to like inverse or something like that, or exclusion. Let's do exclusion, so now it's blue and it contrasts completely with that.
Alright, guess it is what it is.
I'm just gonna put it in the top corner here and make that. I'll make it white in the top corner. That will contrast the best. Or make it blue. We're gonna spend a lot of time figuring out how big and what color to make this logo.
I know that is bad. Yeah, I got still a little bit of time.
I'll do that. Cal, where do you get your LUTs?
I downloaded this LUT from a tutorial like a while ago when I just like first started. So wherever that video is, I'll try to find it. I mean, you can hit me up and ask, and if I hopefully will remember to look for it.
Always like a
But
good dark composition where logos and stuff on jerseys glow. That's always a good. It's always a good idea
yeah,
that I don't think ever is gonna go away.
yeah, I don't think so either, because you can just do a lot.
All right. Well, I think I'm done. We got like 5 minutes, so
Cool.
I'm gonna hop this over to the guest screen, and we're gonna just watch you work for everybody. All eyes on you. But you're used
All
to
eyes
that,
on
'cause
you,
do
man.
you do this yourself.
Right. Very true. Very true. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Just gonna figure out some.
I also like how these are completely different. Like mine is super bright and colorful in space, and yours is dark and ominous with these bears.
Just
You actually made those. You made those 3D bears look actually like not 3D, which is kind of nice. Cause like that's why I haven't used like I've done stuff for the bears using bears like that, but like I'll use real bears because I feel like those all look.
I can't use the real bears because then like I can't mask it out right, and it'll start looking crazy.
Yeah, I actually just added a. We'll go back to full screen. I just added a brush. I have a brush that's fur now, so if I cut it out, if I cut something out, I just downloaded some fur thing on Envato. So if I ever need to cut anything out, I just have this thing that can mask back in fur essentially. Oh, hold on, I hit a button.
I'd have to ask you for that.
Hey guys, I hit the BRB button on accident. We're back.
BRB guys, I'm taking a quick intermission.
I was saying how I downloaded this. I think I got it from Envato. I just downloaded like a fur duster and then just cropped off the end and turned into a brush. Well, that's what I've been using to put fur back in if I need to.
I have a hairbrush that I use, but still sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? Like halfway through the mask, I'm like, it's just not ideal.
That comes in handy though, having a hairbrush like that for someone who has like Kobe White. Like I made a couple Kobe White graphics, and I'm like, this dude's got this giant afro. I can't clip your hair out on a black background. Right. I just gotta make up what your hair looks like.
Yeah, bro. I feel that. All right, let me. What am I doing here?
So what I'm gonna do is when we're done with these, I'm gonna post these on Twitter with a poll. And then I'm gonna post them on Instagram and be like, which one of these do you like better? Let us know. And then the people who are here watching are gonna be like, this one's Cal's, this one's Bradley Jack's. So you're just gonna know. I mean, they're gonna know immediately when you do it anyway. But like, I've done this 3 other times, and every single time I've lost in the.
I lose all of mine too.
And I'm like, what's going on?
Just like, wow, feels bad, right? But it's whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I just did one. I don't know if it's just my screen.
Yeah, literally.
One of your layers isn't full screen. Might just be me. It's probably just you. Top left.
One of my layers isn't full the screen.
One of mine.
Talking about mine?
No, I think I get what he's saying. No, there's just sort of a hard edge there. I get what you're saying though.
Wow.
Right? I think you mean right. Do you mean right here?
This Zoom screen is messing me up right now. I gotta.
That is a handicap you have too. Is you have all of the Zoom
I'm not used to the Zoom thing. It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know, Dan. It looks fine on here. I'm gonna quit out of everything else.
All right, let me just hop in camera. Finish this up.
Actually, then do you export it as a PNG file? First off, I call it a PNG file because that's what it's called. Or do you export a JPEG file?
That's what it's called. I export the PNG. I just see PNG, bro.
Yeah, Garrett was giving me shit for this last time when I was streaming on Tuesday, but like, I found the guy who invented the PNG file, and added him on Twitter. It was like, we're having a debate, which is correct, and he was like, it's a ping file. That's how his name phonetically it should be.
He was like, duh. It's a ping, duh.
And then he's like, he doesn't really care. He laughed that we were having an argument about it though. So that was fun.
I mean, he's probably had a lot of people like asking him, right?
Brad probably. He wants to know how I say GIF in animated.
I say GIF.
I've always said GIF, so I'm gonna continue to call it an animated GIF. Because
Yeah, I'll just be like GIF.
I'm older than you, and I know more. I don't know.
You're wiser.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just wiser.
All right, I'm gonna export this as a ping file. I'm always gonna call it a ping file, and I'm gonna open it up. And save it without my logo. All right, it's 7:30.
I'm done.
You done?
Send you. Yeah.
Hit that.
I can't.
button.
I'm not gonna cheat on your stream. Who would I be to do that? All right. Let me just put my logo though. Does that count?
Yeah, toss it on there and just save out 2 versions. Give me one. Well, actually, just give me the one without it, and then you can post the one with yours on it.
All right. Bet.
Later. Cool. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for joining us. This was fun. I'm gonna try and do these more often. It's just hard to hammer down people with schedules and whatnot. So I was happy to have Calso scoped on here because he has more followers than me. So that's cool. I can reap the benefits of that.
That's why.
That's why, 100%. No. I'm trying to get some of our friends from like across the pond on here. That just would mean I need to stream at like 2 in the afternoon. Get like Ethan J Design on here, or F Edits, or Dean Davies. Working on that. So if you want to just kind of like toss up.
Where do you want me to send it?
Just DM me on Twitter.
Okay, cool.
Do that, and then I'll post the thing of that.
All right, dope.
But yeah, if you want to plug anything, follow him on YouTube if you don't already. Handle at the bottom.
Man. YouTube, Instagram, it's all Calsoscopes, not Calscoped. All right, it's 3 separate words. My name is Calvin, that's why it's Cal and then Scope. But hey, thank you for having me and hosting me today. I appreciate it, and this was fun. We'll definitely have to do this again, reconvene. Definitely be open to it. So
rematch in the future, depending on how this goes.
Right. I might come back for blood.
All right, guys. Well, you have a great rest of your Thursday night. I'll see you guys Tuesday on the next stream. And that's it. Adios.